Sometimes it's not so close. Sometimes we build our dreams, but then we see them decompose. When you feel down the dumps, feeling sad and blue, give life a chance, my friend. The sun will shine again on you. Believe you can come through. The rainy days are true. Have little faith in you. Maybe tomorrow you can dream all your dreams again. Though some sorrow remains, it doesn't mean the end. Believe you can come through. The rainy days are true. Sometimes okay to feel blue. Have little faith in you. Dream all your dreams again. Though some sorrow remains, your dreams can get you through. Have little faith in you.
When I go in to pray, I look for my good Jesus. And when I close my eyes, I can feel all His light. I open my heart for all He has to say. He shows me the best way I can enjoy my life. Jesus, they never we apart. Please bring all your light to shine inside my heart. Jesus, Jesus, I can be content. I have your endless love and your protecting hand.
Hello, brothers and sisters of my heart. My name is Fulvio. I'm going to play and sing a couple of songs to help me, to help you, to help us to harmonize ourselves, to prepare for the Spiritism talk tonight. So the first song called Vibration, and goes like this. Time to love one another. when we give our heart in charity. Our lives are transforming into songs. Our dreams become reality. And we join Jesus for eternity. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. When we give our heart in charity, our lives are transforming into songs. Our dreams become reality. And we join Jesus for eternity. Now, song to Mother Zephyrina. Source of love that radiates, warming up our cold nights, support and comfort, support and comfort, cascades flowing down the mountain, calling the children of earth with love in their hearts, with love in their hearts. My soul never loses hope, because your love always teaches me the solution lies in hard work. The solution lies in hard work. Oh, my Mother Zephyrina, harvest of wonderful blessings, make your small son a good Christian. Make your small son a good Christian. Source of love that radiates, warming up our cold nights, support and comfort, support and comfort, cascades flowing down the mountain, calling the children of earth with love in their hearts, with love in their hearts. My soul never loses hope, because your love always teaches me the solution lies in hard work. The solution lies in hard work. Oh, my Mother Zephyrina, harvest of wonderful blessings, make your small son a good Christian. Make your small son a good Christian. Love in action. Jesus, here I am, my knees on the floor to say thank you, my Lord, for the lights that come through this door. Your love is the key to change the entire world. Using these chains wisely, we will live in peace and harmony. Now I understand, helping others is helping myself. Your words now are so crystal clear. Your teachings have no frontiers. To see how this transformation, we just have to put love in action. Now I understand, helping others is helping myself. Your words now are so crystal clear. Your teachings have no frontiers. To see all these transformations, we just have to put love in action.
Hello, friends. How is everybody doing today? We hope you're doing great, and we're so thankful for you to be here with us for our public talk of tonight. So, we really want from the bottom of our hearts to welcome all of you out there that might be live watching with us or that might be watching this on demand later. So, we always start from the beginning. So, in the beginning, want to give you some announcements and some tips on how to enjoy this time together the best way we can. So, we ask if possible that you turn off your phone notifications, that you bring down all the uh, interference, that you find a quiet place where you can really pay attention now and be present. In our meeting format, as always, it's around 30 minutes presentation with some question and answers right after the presentation. And also after that, we have our spiritual treatment. So now is the time to look and to get your water. So I have my water right here. So just bring a container, a water bottle, a cup, a glass, anything that you would like to and put some potable, some drinkable water there, that this water will be magnetized during our spiritual treatment. So as always, we are here live on Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and you can watch us in the Spiritism Canada Facebook and YouTube, or in the Facebook of CONCAFRO's Continental Americas. On Saturdays, our dear friends from Kardec Radio, they retransmit this at 7 p.m. on Saturday Central Time or 8 p.m. Eastern Time through their Facebook and YouTube. So we love our friends from Kardec Radio, and we welcome you here too. So if you like Spiritism, if you're curious, if you want to learn more, we have an option for you. The course Get to Know Spiritism. It's a free course. It's an online course, and it happens every Saturday at 5:15 Eastern Time through Zoom. And we have started a new class, but you still can join, and the registration link will be in the chat. We also offer what we call the Gospel at Home. The Gospel at Home is just a practice, setting aside 15-20 minutes every week at the same day, at the same time, when it's more convenient for you, given your schedule for your family, that you can pray in your house and you can read a little bit of the gospel and reflect about it as a family, as a group, or even by yourself if you live by yourself. If you would like to start this, we can help you get started and maintain that. So just let us know in the chat and we'll get in contact with you. The Gospel at Home has many, many benefits, not just for you, but for even your whole neighborhood, right? We also have our vibration book or our prayer book. So if you know someone, or if you need prayers, just put your name in this very short and simple online survey, and that list is a confidential list. So we take very good care of that, and some volunteers will be praying so that you or someone who needs prayer, can be incarnate or discarnate, that will be praying so that you can be assisted in whatever is the problem that you're facing, that you would like for us to pray for you. So the talk for today, so why we are all gathered here today, is to study chapter 14, Honor Your Father and Your Mother, item 8. So this is about corporeal kinship and spiritual kinship. And we will have our friend Veronica that's going to lead us today in this reflection. But before I call her in, I would like to just remind everybody, we love comments and questions. So just put them in the chat and we will address them at the end of the talk. So, Veronica, how are you?
Hello, everyone.
All right. So I'll let you do the opening prayer, my friend, and I'll be back at the end.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
So, hello, everyone. Please join me in this prayer so we can connect with the good spirits and set up the mood to study tonight. So, let's close our eyes. And for a moment, intentionally disconnect from the problems of our daily lives. Let's silence any thoughts or issues that might run in our mind that right now we cannot solve And let's clear our minds and our hearts, seeking the image of our Master Jesus, the image of nature in peace that brings us joy, the warm rays of the sun that comfort us and make us be grateful for our lives. And with this gratitude in our hearts, we raise our thoughts to our Creator in thanks for allowing us to gather, to pause for a moment, to think about, to feed our spirits with the eternal teachings, that in all perfection are the guidelines, the safe guidelines for us to walk this path in this existence. We ask the good spirits that are around us today in this moment for assistance, for help, with inspiration, so we can extract the spirit of each teaching in a sense, in understanding, in reasoning. And these teachings can find place in our hearts, bringing us peace, bringing us hope, and open our eyes for the joy we can find very close to us, bringing us patience and a desire to live our lives fully in accordance with the laws of love, the eternal laws of divine justice that surpass any earthly struggles and bring us the certainty that we are child of God and we are fully loved by our Creator. Thank you, dear Lord. Thank you, Master Jesus, and so be it. Okay, everyone, let me share my screen. Here. Okay, oops, here we go. So today, we continue to study chapter 14 from the Gospel according to Spiritism, entitled Honor Your Father and Your Mother. And today we are studying item 8. And just for a quick review, we have already studied a few items from this chapter where we had a perspective for what it means filial devotion, what it means to honor our parents, and what does it mean in the meaning of what Jesus said about who is my mother and who is my brother. So we did that in the last couple of weeks, and today we are going to study two kinds of kinship, the corporeal and the spiritual kinship. And this item was written by Kardec in a way that he tried to explain the two items before that, right? The passages of the gospel, and where that's about honoring father and mother, and when Jesus said, right, for the surprise of the crowd, when his mother and his brothers called him to leave, he said, he was around the disciples, and he said, who is my brother and who is my mother? Here they are. So Kardec thought, a Kardec intention is try to clarify in the light of Spiritism what he really meant by that. So he starts by explaining about our blood ties, right? The ties we have with our family. We are born within a family that, if we look from the earthly side, we didn't have a chance to choose. However, we learn from the spirits that every single reincarnation is very well planned, and we are always in the right place. We are always born in the right place. So Kardec is going to explain that these bloody ties do not necessarily create bonds between spirits. So when we look on the perspective of the physical body, the body proceeds from the body, right? So the body, our body, is the product of the biological exchange between genetic material from our father and mother, as science has proven a long time ago. And that's why we sometimes resemble our daddy or our mom. When a baby is born, there's always a comment, is all their mother, is all their father, and there is sometimes some argument, and that's it. So our physical body does come from our parents on earth. However, the spirit precedes the creation of the body. So the spirit that is going to live in that body, have an earthly experience, was not created at the moment the body was created. We don't know the age of the spirit. So that spirit is going to be housed in that body for maybe 80, 90 years, who knows? And that spirit comes with a lot of experience from other lives. And that spirit was not made by their parents. And we can, if looking on that perspective, we can understand how siblings sometimes physically are so similar, but in terms of personality, temper, they are so different at the same time. Even though they have same parents, they are educated in the same ways. We have expressions, human beings that behave, think, and feel in very distinct ways, because that comes from the spirit, which came before with different experiences already. So spirits who incarnate in the same family are most of time sympathetic spirits, connected by previous relationships expressed by their mutual affection during earthly life. So most of the time, the people we reincarnate close by, among our family members, these are spirits that we have reincarnated before together. We have some sort of ties. And if we had a relationship of love, we really have affection in previous lives, we carry this over in this life, right? And that's why we sometimes see videos, right, in YouTube about newborns and older siblings that they just are so cute and they are full of love, like love at the first sight, right? They care for each other, even the parents among the children, and so on. So mutual affection comes from that. However, there are times where it's not such a love as we wonder, right? As we wanted. So it may be, but sometimes it happens that the spirits that come in the same within the same family are completely strangers. There's a lot of misunderstanding. They may not get along well, right? There is a divide between opinions, ways of living, ways of thinking. And this also comes from past life antipathies, or in previous lives, we had this relationship and it did not end up so well, right? We had dissension, disagreement, fights, and that emotion, the animosity, also comes with the spirit when they reincarnate. And that's why sometimes we have difficult people among our family members. And the important thing here that Spiritism teaches is that this doesn't happen at random, and on the contrary, it is an opportunity to learn, and it serves as a trial for ourselves. So if we are in a situation where we experience a difficult time with a family member, it is because that is a trial for ourselves, and many times is not mutual, right? Sometimes we are bothered by someone, but the other person couldn't care less about us. But it is a trial for us. So we need to pay attention and reflect and observe and see what we can learn from that experience. So the true family ties in the sense of the spirit and not in the sense of the body. True family ties are not the bloody ties, but ties of sympathy and similarity of ideas that connect spirits before, during, and after their incarnations. So how many times we don't come across to someone and in 5 minutes we feel a connection so strong as we knew the person many, many years ago. And it's probably because we knew that individual from many, many years ago, so far back from other lives. And we have that quite often. If we think about your years of your different the different roles you play, the different places we interact with. Sometimes it's a colleague at work, a colleague at work, a classmate, is someone we, even in a simple exchange of words, a neighbor, somebody that suddenly fills a space in our hearts. And that is not at random either, because God would not allow us to reincarnate alone, right? Without being surrounded by people we love and people who love us. We have these connections, and not always they come from within our family. Sometimes they are from outside our family, and these are the true family ties. So two individuals born from different parents may be more like brothers through their spirits. Okay, so they feel this friendship and this love. While let me change here. The while stay in the wrong place. While two blood brothers may be repelled by each other, right? So we could have a very hard relationship with our brother or our sister, but we have sometimes friends that we love them as our blood brother and sister. So it really varies, right? It's not a general rule, but it is for sure the ones we are born around in our families are people we need to learn and live and coexist together in a friendly relationship. So that establish, but these differences, right? They establish a basic moral problem. How can we love all of our relatives, right? And how come I would love more, I would care more for somebody outside my family and not from my family? But Spiritism explains this moral problem because it can be explained by our multiple existences, and that through reincarnation, we acquire friendships between different spirits. And all of them start to make part of our spiritual family. So there are two types of families: a family through spiritual ties and a family through corporeal ties. The family through spiritual ties are permanent. They are strengthened through purification, which means through mutual experiences we accumulate through different reincarnations together. We purify this friendship, this love, this mutual love. And they are perpetuated in the spiritual world through the many migrations of the soul. So through every single connection, every time we reunite spirit to spirit in different reincarnations, in different roles. Sometimes it's a friend, it could be a mother, a father, it doesn't matter. But we learn love in different ways. And what is the right way to love? Love is love, right? Love is universal and it can be expressed in different ways. And the most pure love is the one that is so big and so ample that we cannot even name, right? Is the love that God has for us. And that's what we are practicing. We are gaining experiences so that we learn to love as God loves us. And we have the other type of family, the corporeal ties, right? The family we have in this present existence. And they are more fragile, like matter. So like our physical body that is going to disintegrate with death, this connection through family ties may be also fragile because may only be there for the experience and the learning experience we have to acquire in that existence. It is extinguished over time, and often, many times, even our corporeal family ties, they are dissolved in the present existence, right? So many times people choose to get parts with their family because they have such an incompatibility of thoughts, of moral values, that it's impossible to live together. And sometimes this can happen as well. So we feel strangers, right? We feel a stranger among within our family. So going back to the teaching of Jesus, so Kardec is going through this reflection, explain that that's what Jesus wants to make it understood when he said, "Here are my mother and brothers," when pointed to the disciples. "Here is my family through the ties of the Spirit, because all who do the will of my Father who is in heaven are my brother, my sister, and my mother." So Jesus is there talking about his spiritual family because they share the same values, they share the same intention, and they are happy and they love each other. So that's the family, the spiritual family of Jesus. It doesn't mean that he was disrespectful with his family, brothers, or mother, right? We know that he loved his mother very much, so much so that when he was about to leave this world at the cross, he spoke to John, right? The disciple said, "John, here is your mother, he is your son." So he in charge John to care for his mother, right? And the spirits also explain to us later in a beautiful message that when Mary was going to discarnate to leave this world, Jesus in person came here to take her to the spiritual world, right? So the love between Jesus and Mary is very clear. So I brought here to finish our message because we are still in the school to learn to love others, right? So, and we always have that difficult relative, right? Sometimes it's ourselves, right? Sometimes I am the difficult relative that people don't get along with. So what should we do then, right? When we have that individual that we know, we see once in a while, maybe it's during Thanksgiving, during holidays, or in a family reunion, but we know that that person kind of really gets our temper a little bit out of control. So Emmanuel has a good advice, right? And so he is going to say, the relative who appears along your path as a difficult obstacle is not there by chance. Bless them and support them as much as possible. Okay, so as much as possible is not as much as impossible. It's as much as we can. And it's not that by chance, because God is not going to throw things at us that are difficult obstacles in the figure of a person just because. There is a reason for that, right? So it reminds us that there is a reason. And the reason is in the laws of cause effect and the principles of spiritual affinity act with wisdom and purpose. So there is a reason why we encounter these difficult people, or why we are the difficult people ourselves, right? So those who walk beside us in daily life may be spirits from another time, another reincarnation, returning in search of reconciliation, healing, and support, right? I always joke that I don't want to know what I was or what I did in a previous life, because I know for sure it was worse than now. I can barely handle myself now with my mistakes, so it's better not to know exactly in detail what happened before. But that spirit, difficult spirit, may be one that we encounter in previous lives, that maybe we had a very hard disagreement, right? We part ways with rage, with hard feelings, and we are here to seek reconciliation and peace. The wounded heart near us today is often the very soul to whom we once owed deeper understanding, greater patience, and true love. So it could be that in a previous life, we were the difficult person and someone was patient with us, was supportive of us, and now is our chance to do the same in return. Thus, each difficult relative may be seen as a sacred charge of love and restoration entrusted to us by divine providence, offering us an opportunity to serve, to learn, to advance in spirit. What can we learn if we only live among people that treat us well, that love us? It is from the difficult relationships that we can learn the most. So we need to pause for a moment, instead of blame the difficult relative. We need to really think about what that experience means to us and what we can get out of that. So, if within the sanctuary of your home, here's the advice of Emmanuel, you find yourself living beside someone who wounds your hopes and burden your days, take refuge in the silence of prayer and ask the Lord to strengthen your heart in humility. Okay, so prayer is always a good remedy for anything. For in the sorrow that life sometimes brings to us through a loved one, some unresolved pain from our own past often returns, calling for surrender in the presence so that it may be transformed into a blessing of love and lead us forward in peace. So sometimes it's the difficult person bring us a difficult memory that is not in our awareness, our level of awareness, but that bring impressions that are imprinted in our spirit. And that's why this disagreement, this difficulty sometimes is so hard for us. But it is through this exposure through the contact with that difficult person that we can really find peace and reconciliation. So this is the lesson of today, and it is a very important lesson, right? Because we all live among family, or we all try to escape from our families, and we all have relationships that are difficult or are pleasant. And it is a moment where we have to think about, because the destiny of humanity is where there won't be that anymore, right? There will be a moment where we will love everyone, no matter if tied through blood or through other or for friendship, but we will be able to feel this pure love and peace, and we cannot reach that if we don't reconcile with the dear souls that one time in the past we did not complete, right, our lesson of love and and fellowship. Okay, so that's the lesson for today. So yeah, Lynn is back. Here we go.
Thank you, Veronica. That's always a very good reminder, right? About the types of families that we have. Let me see
Yeah,
if we have any questions here.
absolutely.
If not, we can just have a little comment and we can move on because you explained everything so well, though. Um, you know, so, but, when you say, okay, we can have families by blood ties and by spiritual ties, then some people might say, oh, thank God, right? Because sometimes at home is really really stressful, but other people might have a very good familiar situation, so then they face more difficult relationships outside the family. But I think really the importance is the mercy, right, of God, that even if some people very close to us are very difficult, are challenging for us to get along and everything, but we will have in our environment too, within the people that we know, people that actually we really feel like connected with the things that we do,
Mhm.
the way we think, like we usually consider, and we talk here as ourselves as also a family, right? A type of family, our spiritual family,
Mhm.
because we all have our difficulties and our things. We might be in geographic places, but we really love the Spiritism. We think it's a good thing for ourselves, and we really try to put that little effort to share Spiritism, with others. So that is a tie that makes us, a family. So it's so merciful, I think, right, from God to give us multiple families, so that the plan at the end is, like you said, for us all to be just one family, right? We
Yeah.
all will have the same ideals and the same feelings and the same aspirations, and
Yes.
fraternity, so then we can really be one single family, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and divine providence is so perfect, right? In the planning too, that we are giving multiple reincarnations to experience and to repair, to reconcile with all the wrongdoings we have done, right? We don't get all at the same time. Right.
Right.
Sometimes we might be in a situation that it feels that the roof fell on our heads and everybody around us, but we need to, that's when we have to stop in the silence of prayer, ask for patience and clarity so that we can reflect and seek for the help, right? Because as the more God always presents us with guidance,
Mhm.
but we need to be open to hear,
Mhm.
right? And sometimes it's within the family, sometimes it's not. And for us within the family, for the most experienced or the oldest one in this present life, it may vary basically, right? I could be the spirit that needs to learn from my children,
Right.
or a child that comes to help parents to move forward, to grow. Sometimes it's the opposite,
Mhm.
right? But we all have something to share. We
Right.
can, and something to learn from each other. So it is beautiful, right? So our family is a blessing, it's our first school, It's the first school when we learn to live together, to listen, to speak. And from there, we go to school, we go to other groups, right? But it's the very basic unit that allow us to make our first steps in this existence so that our spirit can gain the tools that need to go for the lessons, right? For this experience.
Exactly.
So family is wonderful.
It really is, So we need to keep working on our families. It's always worth, that
Yes.
exercise. So thank you so much, Veronica.
Thank you.
See you another time.
See,
And we'll move on now, friends, for our um, spiritual treatment or the spiritual care part of our um, night. So our spiritual care has the first step is our passes. We also have the magnified water. But if you are wondering what passes are, they are just a transfusion of a spiritual energy that can assist our physical, emotional, and mental balance. So our type of pass is a guided pass. So if you are listening, just listen to the instructions or to the words in the video. If you're watching, besides the words, there will be some um, images there, so you can be following along. You can close your eyes so that you can more easily mentalize the words and the things that are being said, or you just close your eyes and just relax, and you will be able to benefit from the spiritual treatment. So that water that you set aside in the beginning, or if you didn't, you still have a few seconds, so you can go get it. This water will receive healing energy for our body and our soul. And actually, if you have in one container, you can split, for people in your family later, so you and your family can benefit from the magnetized water. So now, right before our passes, I will do our final prayer in preparation for our treatment. So I really hope that we all really um, leave this spiritual treatment much better this night, much better than we came in, this night. So I invite you all to close your eyes, to breathe in and out, to thank God for all the relationships we have in our lives. We thank God for the relationships, for the people in our lives that support us, that love us, that help us in times of need. And we also thank God for the opportunity to restore relationships, for those relationships in our lives that requires us a little bit more patience, a little bit of more love from our part, a little bit more of understanding of our spiritual journey, a little bit more of taking a step back or stopping a little bit and see how we can improve that relationship and how can we become a better person. So we thank you, God, for all the people in our lives. Thank you that even if we have some challenges, but you never forsake us. You never abandon us, and you always put next to every single challenge so many resources, so many opportunities and help so that we can overcome those challenges, because that's why those challenges are there. They are not there to punish us, they are not there um, to bring us any evil or anything, but it's really a chance for redemption, for liberation, and for progress. We ask you, God, to bless our families, our beautiful families, whatever way they are, big or small. loud or quiet, right? In all artistic or not artistic, it's, it's sporty or not, whatever it is, our family, that is the family that you gave us, that is, like our friend Veronica said, that is that little cell, that little nucleus that you put us there so that we can thrive, so we can receive what we need, that we can have also the little nudge to improve in the things that we need to. We ask you to bless also our places of work, all the places we go, protect us, help God in every single corner of the earth where somebody needs, where there's violence, where there's despair. Please help all of those. Help too in whatever necessity, all the names in our vibration book. Give us a safe night, a good rest, and may we be together in your name many, many times very soon. And so be it.
Let's get ready for the pass and water fluidification. Please get a container with clean water to be fluidified. Brothers and sisters, it does not matter where you are, what type of hardships you are going through. Jesus is always ready to come and help us. Place yourself in a comfortable position which can make it easy for you to reach concentration and receptiveness. Breathe slowly and easily. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Fill up your lungs with air and let it out very slowly. Let tranquility and peace energies penetrate your lungs and move throughout your body. Your soul in harmony with your body feels easy and in peace. Let's imagine Jesus' passage. A clear day, the sun's golden rays illuminate the happy passage in Capernaum. A lot of white houses, multicolored vines, and hopping birds fill the landscape with optimism. The news about cures attracted the crowd in need. Suddenly, Jesus appears slim and handsome. His tunic was hanging down to his feet. At sunset, all those with sick people hit by several illnesses would bring them, and as he placed his hands over each one, he would heal them. This is what Luke the evangelist says. Let's imagine Jesus approaching you. He holds his friendly hands over our head. Notice that from his generous hands, a waterfall with clear and pure water originated from his love come to bathe you. It flows on your head, goes down your shoulders, bathe all your being, and brings you peace, serenity, and balance. They remove all impurities and pacify you. Feel the water bathing you, cleaning. Breathe. Now, imagine Jesus as a sun before you. His light, his warmth surrounds you. Feel the healing energy that comes from Jesus towards you. He hears your prayers. Trust him. His love is endless and it follows you and protects you. It provides you with everything you need. Have faith. Absorb the healing energy from Jesus. His light surrounds you. Feel the energy going through all your body. Feel stronger and in peace. Lord Jesus, our divine friend, reach out your generous hands, Lord, and change this water into medicine for our physical and spiritual illnesses. Protect us, Jesus, with your peace. Spread those vibrations of love throughout my home, Lord. May peace, health, and tranquility reign here. We are very grateful to you, Jesus. Stay with us today and forever. Thank God. Please remember to use the fluidified water.
Friends, it's with the sweet vibrations of the passes that we bid you good night. May God bless you. Don't forget to follow us on Spiritism Canada on Facebook and YouTube, and on the Instagram and the Spiritist group Path of Light. We will be here again next week. Thank you so much, and may God bless it and keep you. Bye-bye.
Come on, my friend, come to the light. Here with all our heart and soul, let's follow Jesus Christ. Let us preach the peace, let us preach the love. And this world already wonderful will be much more. Get up, look at the sky, in the earth where the flowers bloom with sunshine. Let's hold our hands and be together on this road. Then we take peace and love and spread it to the world. Good vibes, laughter and shout outs, show it to